Driving enjoyment and comfort with fuel-efficient and eco-friendly vehicles. That is what Volkswagen offers its customers. The concept of charge air-induced direct injection TSI and TDI engines is one module from Volkswagen's development department to achieve this aim. A further, equally important contribution is made by the gearbox. Manual gearboxes have a good degree of efficiency, are compact and cheap to manufacture. Conventional automatic gearboxes are not that effective in comparison, but offer a markedly higher level of comfort and change gear automatically without any break in propulsion. Since 2003, Volkswagen combines the best of these two gearbox worlds with the dual-clutch gearbox DSG. The newest development of these automatic gearboxes, the innovative 7-speed DSG, offers driving pleasure and comfort and lower consumption figures than manual gearboxes. It's made up of these components: the dual-mass flywheel. This transfers the engine power from the crankshaft to the dual clutch and thereby smooths out any vibrations from the engine. The dual clutch. This comprises of a central plate and the thrust plates from both clutches. In this instance, they are dry plate clutches, otherwise found in manual gearboxes. The mechatronics unit. This is the gear change command center of the 7-speed DSG. It measures and evaluates gearbox and engine speeds in its control unit and engages clutches and selector forks via electro-hydraulic actuators. The selector forks. These transfer the gear selection commands from the mechatronics unit to the relevant gear wheels. The input shafts. Coaxially located, these transfer the torque from the engine into two gearbox sections of the new 7-speed DSG. Each of these gearbox sections features its own automatically actuated clutch. One gearbox section covers the gears 1, 3, 5 and 7, and the other gears 2, 4, 6 and reverse. Overall, the 7-speed DSG is perfectly designed to fit the dimensions and requirements of compact and medium-class vehicles. How does the dual-clutch gearbox work in real terms? The mechatronics unit evaluates a selection of data: the gearbox input speed, the speeds of both drive shafts. The ABS control unit determines the wheel speeds. This information is then used to calculate the road speed, which is evaluated according to the position of the gear selector lever in D or S. The system detects via the accelerator pedal whether the driver wishes to accelerate or decelerate. From the data, the mechatronics unit recognizes whether the gearbox needs to change from first to second gear, for example. To do this, clutch 1, currently closed, is opened, and clutch 2 is closed by the control cylinders. At the same time, the first gear is disengaged. The torque is now transferred without interruption of the driving power to the previously selected second gear. If the accelerator is pressed further, the gearbox engages the next higher gear. Once the selection point is reached, the currently closed clutch is opened and the other clutch is closed. The gear is changed. The blue-colored central plate transfers the torque via the respective clutch to the drive shaft. The next gear required is detected by the mechatronics unit and engaged in the relevant gearbox section. Here it stands by for the right shifting point. Depending on the accelerator position, engine speed and match, the mechatronics unit always selects the next optimal gear and engages it, whether the driver wishes the highest possible level of dynamic driving performance or whether he wants to save fuel. The mechatronics unit is always ready and acts in a blink of an eye. With the DSG, Volkswagen offers the automatic gearbox, which meets the highest demands and at the same time is content with compact installation dimensions. The special quality of the DSG becomes evident in direct comparison with other gearbox concepts. With regards to comfort, sportiness and dynamics, and in terms of fuel economy, the dual-clutch gearbox cannot be beaten. The manually selected gearbox is ahead in price alone. The sum of positive attributes speaks clearly in favor of the DSG. With the 7-speed DSG, the developers from Volkswagen have achieved several world premieres. It's the first 7-speed automatic gearbox for transverse installation and the first of its kind with dry dual clutch. Compared with the combination of classic automatic gearbox with torque converter and 85 kilowatt FSI engine, the 7-speed DSG achieves better acceleration with the new 90 kilowatt TSI engine, which means a higher level of dynamic driving performance. And it achieves this with clearly lower consumption and respectively lower CO2 emissions. In all, there's a reduction of up to 22%. The innovative 7-speed DSG is designed for the most important high-volume models. The successful DSG strategy from Volkswagen is pursued with it, and the technological advancement from Volkswagen further enhanced.